All right, I'm back. It's another Monday, which means another worst to best. This week, I'm doing a new artist I haven't really covered on my channel. We're doing Kanye West Graduation. And here is where worst to best takes an interesting turn, okay? Because at the end of the day, worst to best is viewer submissions. As long as I've listened to the album and I posted it on my Album of the Year account, it's subject to have a video made on it. And so Graduation was commented on one of the videos. It was in my Discord server poll, and it got voted as the #1 answer. Now, this is the first album I'm doing a worst to best on that I do not listen to very much, okay? I don't love this album nearly as much as any of the other ones I've covered. So take my takes with a grain of salt, okay? My goal with this worst to best is to provide a different perspective rather than the correct opinion, okay? So don't be expecting greatness with this one. Just expect that maybe you'll get a little mad. Maybe we can have some nice conversations in my Discord server and the YouTube comments, that type of thing. So if you want to check out other worst to best videos, I've been posting them like last month. So feel free to check those out. But let's get started with number 14 on Kanye West's Graduation.
Go through too much bullshit just to mess with these drunken hot girls.
So just because an album is featured on my channel does not mean I like all the songs on the album. And this is the first time that I've done a worst to best, and I think there's a bad song on the album I'm doing. And yeah, at number 14, I have Drunk and Hot Girls. Okay, this song, I covered it in, I believe it was part 2 of my Hive Mind worst songs tier list. Might have been part 1, I can't remember. But yeah, this song is very bad. It's very bad. I don't think it's good whatsoever. I covered it in my worst songs video, but I think the main melody is really grating. The song overstays its welcome. It's the longest on the album. It feels like an eternity to listen to. And the track list starts so strong, comes in swinging. There's a bunch of heavy hitters in that first half. Then this song hits, and it's like a train wreck. The track list instantly grinds to a halt, and that's because this song is awful. So yeah, I'm sorry, Kanye fans. I have this one at number 14 because I think it sucks.
And here's another hit, Baby Bonds. We at it.
Number 13. I don't think it's very shocking. I have Barry Bonds. I don't necessarily think this song is as bad as Drunk and Hot Girls, but it's in a similar tier, in my opinion. I think that some of the ideas are cool. The more progressive instrumental going all over the place sounds interesting until you hear Kanye on it and he sounds lost. He doesn't know where the song is really going. I don't think Lil Wayne saves the song either. This song just sounds like a mess.
Cause everything I'm not made me everything I am. Damn.
Number 12, I have Everything I Am, which we're out of bad song territory, I think. Everything I Am is a good song. I think the sentiment within the lyrics is fantastic. The production is pretty spectacular. The main melody with that piano sounds really nice. I appreciate that the song is going for a more down-to-earth and sweet delivery, but the song feels significantly longer than it is. I think it's like a 3.5-minute song, and it feels closer to like a Stronger or Drunk and Hot Girls length, which I don't think is a very good thing. It doesn't make up for lost time. I feel like it drags a lot. I think that it fits a specific mood and vibe, but outside of that mood and vibe, I'm not very interested in this one. I don't listen to it very often.
Wait till I get my money right.
All right, number 11, Can't Tell Me Nothing. This song is pretty solid. I think the tone the song is going for is cool. It's more boastful and confrontational, which is not a mood or sentiment very commonly shown on this album. I think that aspect is done pretty well. It has a unique vibe in the track list. It provides context for Kanye's story up until this point, this being his third album. I think what keeps me from placing it any higher is that I don't think it has the most memorable performance or production. I think it's more songwriting focused, and as a result, it feels more songwriting focused. It doesn't stand out to me sonically, which I think is more important.
Like it's no tomorrow, no goodbye.
At 10, I have Good Night. Before this song was cleared on streaming services, I always thought that Big Brother was kind of an underwhelming closing track. Not to say it's a bad song, okay? Clearly I have it higher than Good Night, but I don't think it was a good conclusion to the rest of the ideas on the album. What Good Night does is it does a good job filling the gap. Obviously, the first song is called Good Morning, last song is called Good Night. It's short, sweet, and fun. It's a more lighthearted way to end the album. It's not going to blow you away, but I think it's a nice, pleasant surprise that kind of eases you back into Good Morning if you choose to loop the album.
Big brother was Big's brother. Used to be Dame and Big's brother.
At number 9, we have Big Brother. And I think this song also has pretty immaculate production. I appreciate the writing. It's talking about working with Jay-Z, some of the benefits Kanye's career has seen, some of the struggles he's had working with Jay-Z, an artist as big as him. I think the song does an excellent job in the lane it's working in. Just, again, I don't think it stands out as a banger or really, really touching song. It just does what it's trying to do pretty well.
Good morning.
At number 8, I have Good Morning, which I think does a splendid job introducing the new sound. Obviously, it's the first song in the track list, so it's the first thing the listeners are being introduced to when they start the album. It's a nice, chill song that eases you into that new production style. Obviously, up until this point, Kanye's done some of the soul stuff, a little bit of the jazz stuff, and this eases you into that electronic and dance-based production. And I think because it's easy on the ears, it's a good song to loop. I think what prevents me from placing it any higher is that it is more of a chill song. It's not that banger that Graduation is known for, but that's not what the song really needs to do. I'm just saying a lot of the songs above it bang a lot harder than this one. It does its job well. It's just not the job I'm looking for universally. At number 7, I have Homecoming. And I think this song is an absolute blast to listen to. Chris Martin from Coldplay, he has a finesse here on the hook. It's super memorable. It's super fun. And Kanye, on this song in particular, goes crazy with his flow. I think it's one of his best flows on the entire album. The piano that kind of leads the song and Kanye's more melodic delivery on the lines, they go super well together. And I think this is just an iconic song in this style. I don't want to say it's slept on. I think a lot of people really, really like this song, but I think it's really, really solid. At number 6, we have Good Life. And I think it's very important to note that T-Pain killed it on this song. He makes the energy of the song work. So I think when this album came out, there was a lot of hate toward autotune. A lot of people saying like, it's not real music. Autotune isn't real music. It's not real singing. But T-Pain's delivery and just the way he approaches the vocals, it makes the song so fun that you really can't hate it. I think the references to School Spirit on the hook they're like a cute little touch. And Kanye's production and his delivery on the track, it really helps provide that larger than life feeling that most of the bangers on Graduation are trying to give you. At number 5, I have Flashing Lights, which I think if I didn't put it at least top 5, the video would have been dislike bombed. So that's not the only reason I put it here, but that helps for sure. Flashing Lights has one of Kanye's most timeless and iconic hooks to date. It provides the listener with a nice floaty atmosphere, which still feels grand and large, but at the same time, it's more laid back and subtle than a lot of the other bangers on here. It has a fantastic vibe. It works, again, when you're in a more chill setting, when you're looking for a banger, if you're looking for something easy on the ears. Flashing Lights can help you out in a lot of different situations. Because of how versatile it is, I have this one at number 5. At number 4, I have Stronger, which to this day, I think is one of his biggest songs ever. It reimagines the hit song Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger by Daft Punk, and it turns it into this giant stadium banger instead of the more dancey song that Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger was. There are several awesome production moments on this thing, which is cool because I think Kanye nowadays, he'll get a sample cleared and that's good enough for him. But on Stronger, I think he really pushed himself. He took moments in the lyrics and intertwined them with what he was saying. He chopped it up different ways. It's a really interesting sample flip. And I also commend the fact that this song feels much shorter than it is. It's a 5-minute song. It's the second longest on the album behind Drunken Hot Girls, but it kind of flies by. You know, it doesn't drag. It takes its time, but doesn't feel like it. So you get a lot of value in that amount of time.
I've been waiting on this my whole life.
At number 3, I have I Wonder. I think it was either last year or 2 years ago, but it had a period on social media where it saw a huge spike in popularity, and I'm very glad that it did. It's simultaneously one of his most hopeful, optimistic, and introspective songs to today, right? I don't know how many songs he's made that really compete with this one in those aspects. It starts off super laid back. Kanye's not even really present on like that first minute. And then the song comes in and it starts swinging. Okay, the production's phenomenal, but the sample flip in particular is so impressive. Again, it's another good use of Kanye's sample skills. The song benefits from hitting the emotional peaks that songs like Everything I Am and Big Brother shoot for, but it also has the absurdly fun vibe and the banger qualities that a lot of these higher songs have. So because it has that more sentimental aspect, but still hits hard, I have it at number 3. Here's where my list gets super controversial. I have 2 songs up here that you guys were probably expecting like 5 or 6 places below, but I don't care. This is my list. Okay, these are the songs I like the most.
Now we're the South Side.
At number 2, I have The Glory, which I think is tremendously underrated. I'm here to vouch for this song, okay? I don't think it gets enough credit. I think part of what makes it so impressive is that it returns to those aspects of Kanye's earlier albums like The College Dropout and Late Registration with a more soul-focused sample. But it still contains those splashes of the dance and electronic production. And so you get a really, really unique song sonically here. And I think that it's a very important song where it's placed in the track list. It's very easy, in my opinion, to, after the Drunken Hot Girls, Barry Bonds dumpster fire in the middle of the track list, your interest in the album might fall a little bit, but The Glory really brings it back up. It brings back up that energy. And yeah, I think it's excellent. I don't think people give it enough credit.
Yes, I did.
And then at number 1, again, controversially, I have Champion, which I think is the perfect Kanye banger. One contributing factor to my hiatus from listening to Kanye's music is the writing, just how outrageous and absurd some of the things he says on the songs are. Like, the initial impact of hearing some of these lines, you're like, ooh, that's clever, or ooh, that was really funny. But when you listen to these albums for like a year or 2 years, these lines really start to fall flat. And so you've probably noticed I haven't praised the writing all that much on this album. And it's because I just find it hard for Kanye's writing to really resonate with me. However, Champion doesn't have anything stupid or absurd on it. The sample flip hits incredibly hard. The energy that the rest of the record is trying to nail is introduced with this song. After Good Morning, easing you into it, Champion hits hard, and then it's, you know, full steam ahead for the rest of the album. So I think Champion, doing everything it does, it is the shortest song on this album. And it packs a punch in every way you could possibly want. In my opinion, it's the perfect Kanye banger. So yeah, I have this one at number 1. So that is my graduation list. Probably wasn't very good, but I'm being honest with the fans. So you want me to do a specific album, as long as I've listened to it, please drop it in the comments below. And tomorrow, Tuesday, I will have a poll in my Discord server where we will vote on the next album, and that'll be what we do Monday. So yep, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment with your graduation rankings. I'd love to see what a more normal list looks like. But yeah, feel free to click on a video to my left or right. I appreciate all the support. Bigger videos are coming out very, very soon, so stay tuned for those. But yep, thank you guys. See you next week.